What if everything you've ever searched for was already inside you? Not in a book, not in a building, not in someone else's approval, but in your own awareness. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That Word is consciousness. It's not a theory, not a philosophy. It's the very thing you're using right now to listen to these words. That presence, that awareness, that sense of I am, is the original force of creation. Before anything can be, you must first be aware of it, and that awareness is divine. But here's the part no one ever told you growing up. You are not separate from it. You were never meant to bow to some distant deity in the clouds. You were never meant to feel small or disconnected. You were told to seek first the kingdom of God, and that kingdom isn't far from you. It's not above, it's not below, it is within you. That's not just spiritual poetry, it's instruction. To put God first is not some religious obligation, it is a return to alignment. It's a shift in awareness. It's the realization that the source of all you seek, love, peace, abundance, purpose, flows from the awareness you carry inside yourself. So when you rise each morning, before the world starts screaming for your attention, before the noise, the news, the endless notifications, ask yourself the most important question: what am I aware of being? Because what you are aware of, you begin to embody. You begin to become. If you say, I am tired, if you say, I am lonely, I am broke, then whether you realize it or not, you are breathing life into that state. You are placing your creative power, your divine spark, into a lower vibration. But you can choose again, you can shift. Because that same sentence, I am, is the most powerful phrase you will ever speak. When you say, I am strong, I am guided, I am loved, I am more than enough, you are not simply describing a feeling, you are creating a new reality. You are reprogramming the world that is being formed around you. This is not just self-talk, it is a law, it is the living expression of the God within. To put God first is to put your awareness first, before the action, before the effort. Before you try to make something happen, you tune into the being that already knows it's done. This is not about pretending, it's not about ignoring pain or denying the facts. It's about going deeper, to the root from which all facts grow. You don't have to force the outcome, you just need to align with the source. You don't need to shout prayers into the sky. You only need to whisper truth within your soul. I am. Those words are sacred. When Moses asked for the name of God, the answer was simple. I am that I am. Not a name that can be owned, but a presence, a state, a vibration. God is not a being. God is being itself. And every time you say I am, you are invoking the creative force of the universe. So what are you claiming? That question is the beginning of a new life. Most people don't realize the power behind their own words. They say, I am tired, I am unlucky, I am stuck, and don't think twice. But every time you say I am, you are declaring who you truly are and setting the blueprint for your reality. Imagine your words as seeds and your consciousness as fertile soil. What you plant grows, what you nurture blooms. So guarding your I am is not about being rigid or afraid. It's about respect. It's about honoring the creative power you hold inside. Putting God first means putting your awareness first, before you act, before you react, before you try to fix anything. It means pausing to tune in deeply to who you are being right now. Not what the world tells you, not what your fears scream at you, but the still, quiet presence beneath it all, the God within. When life feels hard, when lack or illness or fear threaten to pull you under, putting God first means choosing faith over doubt, choosing to assume the feeling of abundance, choosing to dwell in the sensation of perfect health, not because you're ignoring what's there, but because you are planting the seed of a higher truth, one that must grow and take form if you hold it steady in your heart. This is the essence of living by faith and not by sight. Not a blind hope, but a confident knowing deep within. You begin to live from a place of knowing that your inner world is the true cause and your outer world is the effect. The more you stay rooted in this truth, the more your life shifts, not by struggle or force, but by gentle alignment. Because when you put God first, you stop looking outward to tell you who you are. You turn inward, you feel, you imagine, you assume. And as surely as the sun rises every day, your world will reflect the truth of your inner conviction. This is the way of spiritual creation, the invisible made visible, the unseen becoming your new reality. Imagine if you could live right now as if your deepest desires were already fulfilled. Not someday, not when things get better. Now, to live from the end means to think, feel, and act as if what you want is already yours. This isn't just some poetic idea or wishful thinking. It's a practical spiritual principle, a powerful secret to creation. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner state. Your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, these shape everything you experience. When you live from the end, you stop chasing after what you want. You stop struggling, hoping, or doubting. Instead, you assume the feeling of fulfillment, the feeling of having it all. If you want love, feel loved now, deeply, richly, without hesitation. If you want wealth, feel the freedom and confidence of financial security right now. This is not pretending. It's not ignoring reality. It's choosing a new state of consciousness and making it your home. And when you persist in that state, your external world begins to catch up. Doors open, opportunities appear. People come into your life, not by chance, but by the law of cause and effect within your consciousness. Most people live stuck in the middle, reacting to their current situation, constantly adjusting and hoping for change in the future. But this mindset keeps your desires just out of reach, always in the future, always a goal to chase. Living from the end is a shift. You stop waiting and start embodying your desire now. You choose your inner state, and your world follows. Let's get real. If you want something different in your life, you have to be different inside first. That means stepping out of old habits of feeling lack, fear, or frustration, and stepping into the feeling of your fulfilled desire. If you want love, stop feeling lonely. If you want confidence, stop feeling doubt. If you want abundance, stop identifying with scarcity. You don't have to wait for the outside world to change. Your inner state is the key. Feel the ease, the freedom, the joy of what you want as if it's already here. Make that feeling your new home. This is a creative act. You're not just hoping for change, you're choosing it. And when you persist, your world must change to reflect your inner state. Think about dreams. A dream shows you what your mind holds. Your life is the same. It's a mirror of your sustained beliefs and feelings. Change your inner world, and your outer world has no choice but to follow. Living from the end doesn't mean ignoring what's happening now. It means acknowledging your reality without letting it define you. You may see a challenge, but you don't accept it as permanent. You refuse to give it power over your identity. Instead, you say, I am the person who already has what I desire. That inner alignment, that's putting God first, putting your creative consciousness first. And when you do this consistently, you'll watch reality shift around you like magic. Feeling is the secret ingredient in the art of creation. It's not enough to just think about what you want. You must feel it deeply, as if it's already yours. Why? Because feeling impresses the subconscious mind, the powerhouse behind everything you experience. When you imagine your desire and feel it as real, natural and normal, you plant a seed deep inside your being. That seed grows quietly, steadily, until it bursts into your reality. Living from the end is an act of faith. It means believing in what you cannot yet see, because you have already accepted it within. It means walking by the light of your inner vision, even when your physical senses tell you otherwise. That's the highest form of trust, not in the world, but in your own creative power. The moment you truly feel your desire is already yours, you stop striving and struggling. You rest in the knowing that it is done. That inner peace, that calm certainty, is the strongest sign of true faith. You don't need to push or force the river. You simply trust that the flow is carrying you exactly where you need to go. This is the essence of creation, choosing your state, assuming the end, and living from it with quiet confidence. Imagine a musical instrument, a guitar string, perfectly tuned. When it's in harmony, the sound it produces is pure, effortless, beautiful. Your inner state is like that string. When you are aligned, when your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs all harmonize, everything you say and do flows naturally from that place of truth and power. You don't have to push, force, or struggle. The results come to you because you are vibrating at the frequency of what you want. This is not some vague, mystical idea. It's a law, a principle that works whether you believe it or not. When you put God first, that is, your highest creative consciousness, you are honoring the divine power within you. You're saying, I trust the creative power in me more than I trust appearances. And that trust becomes a channel, a magnetic force that draws new opportunities, people, and blessings to you. You're no longer begging life to change. You're embodying the change, and everything else naturally follows. Think about this. Every great success, every healing, every transformation begins here, in your inner world. When you hold a vision so clearly and feel it so deeply, the universe aligns with your frequency and brings it into form. The how is never your concern. It's the power inside you that does the work. You just have to stay loyal to your chosen state, even when the world seems to say otherwise. This is the real power of putting God first. Not a distant God in the sky, but the living, breathing God that is your own creative awareness. When you learn this, you stop fighting the river. You stop exhausting yourself in struggle. Instead, you flow, and the world around you bends, unfolds, and reveals the reality you have chosen to live in. Most people live trapped in a constant state of struggle, chasing results, reacting to circumstances, trying to force change in the outside world. But here's the truth, few realize. You do not need to struggle to create. Struggle only happens when there is a conflict inside, between what you want and what you are actually aligned with deep down. If you say, I want abundance, but your inner state is filled with fear, doubt, or lack, then that is what your world will keep reflecting back to you. You cannot build a house on shifting sand. True creation begins from within. When you reclaim your power by aligning your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, when you choose to live as if your desires are already real, you step into a new realm of effortless creation. Doors open, paths appear, people come into your life, opportunities flow to you, not by chance, but by the invisible law that what you are conscious of being, you become. This is the sacred act of putting God first, putting your own divine awareness and creative power at the center of everything you do. When you stop giving your power away to fear, doubt, or outer circumstance, when you stop reacting and start consciously choosing, you take back control of your life. This is your birthright. You are not a victim of the world. You are the creator of it. Now let's talk about something crucial, something that silently steals your power without you even realizing it. These are the false gods you put before your awareness: fear, doubt, resentment, envy, comparison. They may seem harmless, even normal, but they're idols that pull your attention outward, trapping you in a reactive cycle where you fight or fix the world around you, thinking it is separate from you. But here's the spiritual secret. The world is responding to you, not happening to you. When you realize this, you reclaim your creative authority. You stop being a victim of circumstance. You stop reacting and start choosing. You stop blaming and start creating. Inner alignment isn't flashy or loud. It's a quiet, steady power that doesn't need to prove itself. Think of it like tuning a delicate instrument. Once you find the perfect pitch inside, everything else falls into place naturally. You speak, act, and live from a place of truth and conviction. People sense it. Circumstances shift to meet you halfway. You're not chasing outcomes anymore. You're drawing them effortlessly through the law of resonance. When you put God first by aligning with your highest state, whether that's love, joy, clarity, or abundance, to honor the divine power within, you're saying, I trust the creative power in me more than I trust appearances. And that trust is the doorway to transformation, the path to living the life you truly desire. Imagine this. You're no longer begging life to change. You're no longer pleading for better circumstances. Instead, you embody the change you want to see. From this place of inner alignment, everything shifts naturally. All things are added unto you, not because you forced them, but because your inner state called them forth. This is the path of conscious creation. It's not about struggle or endless effort. It's about fidelity to your chosen state, a deep, unwavering commitment to who you are becoming inside. It's refusing to let the outer world dictate how you feel, what you believe, or who you are. Standing firm in the truth of your being, and allowing the world to rearrange itself around that truth. This is a daily practice, not just moments of meditation or fleeting inspiration, but a way of living. And when you live like this consistently, life unfolds in harmony with your inner reality. That is the power of putting God first, putting your own inner alignment first, and stepping fully into your creative power. Have you ever stopped to realize the world you experience every day is actually a mirror reflecting your deepest thoughts, feelings, and beliefs back at you? It's not the other way around. You're not shaped by the world is shaped by you. Every event, every relationship, every opportunity, it's all responding to the vibration you're sending out. When you align inwardly with fear, anxiety, or lack, those very things grow louder and larger in your life. But when you align with confidence, peace, and love, when you truly feel those states inside, you begin to see those qualities manifest in every corner of your world. This is not wishful thinking. It's a spiritual law, a natural law, and understanding this changes everything. No longer do you have to wait for outside circumstances to improve. You become the master of your reality by mastering your inner world. Have you ever paused to truly consider this? The world you experience, the people, the situations, even the challenges, are not random. They are a mirror reflecting back to you the exact state of your inner world. Think about that for a moment. If you wake up feeling anxious, doubtful, or fearful, you might notice the day seems harder, problems feel bigger, people less kind, obstacles more real. That's no coincidence. Your outer reality is responding to the vibration you're broadcasting from inside. It's not that the world is controlling you. You are controlling the world. Every circumstance, every relationship, every coincidence is a direct reflection of your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. This is a profound truth, and it's liberating because it means you are never powerless. You don't have to wait for things to change out there. You have the key to transformation right now within. When you align yourself with fear, scarcity, or doubt, those energies become the architects of your reality. They build the life you see and experience. But here's the game changer. When you consciously align with peace, joy, love, and abundance, when you genuinely feel those states deeply in your heart and mind, your world shifts to reflect those vibrations. Doors open, opportunities appear, relationships improve. It's not magic, it's a natural universal law, the law of cause and effect, applied to your inner states. Your inner world is the seed, your outer world is the fruit. And the moment you understand this, you start living differently. You stop blaming circumstances or people. You stop feeling like life is happening to you. Instead, you step into the role of conscious creator, taking full responsibility for what you are being in each moment. This is true empowerment. The power to create the life you want lies in your ability to manage your inner state. You don't have to force or struggle. You just have to align deeply and consistently with who you want to be and what you want to experience. And watch as the mirror of your life bends and shifts to reveal that reality. Imagine this. Most people live their lives on autopilot. They react to what happens to them, caught in a constant loop of responding to circumstances. When something good happens, they feel happy, briefly. When something bad happens, they feel upset, frustrated, or defeated. But what if I told you that constant reacting actually keeps you stuck? It traps you in a cycle where your outer world controls your inner state. You become a victim of circumstance, endlessly pushed and pulled by external events. That's why so many feel powerless and overwhelmed. But here's the secret. You don't have to live that way. You can break free. The moment you stop reacting and start creating, you reclaim your power. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" start asking, "What am I being right now? What inner state am I aligning with?" Because your reality is shaped by what you are, not by what happens to you. This shift in perspective changes everything. You stop chasing after life, trying to fix problems or change people. You start changing your inner state first. You begin to consciously choose what to focus on, what to feel, what to believe. And when you do this consistently, your life begins to change, not through force, but through effortless flow. Doors open, ideas come, and solutions appear as if by magic. That's the power of conscious creation. It's not about control or manipulation. It's about aligning your inner world with the reality you want to experience and letting the outer world follow naturally. Let's dive deeper into what alignment really means, because this is where the magic truly happens. Alignment is not a flashy, dramatic event. It's a quiet, steady power, an inner harmony that moves beneath the surface of your daily life. Think of a finely tuned musical instrument. When the strings are perfectly in tune, the notes it plays are pure and beautiful, effortless. But if even one string is out of tune, the music sounds off, strained, and uncomfortable. Your inner state works exactly the same way. When your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and intentions are all in harmony, your life flows smoothly. You feel confident, calm, and clear, like you're moving with the current instead of against it. That's alignment, and it's available to you in every moment. You don't have to wait for perfect conditions or a special spiritual experience. It's simply the practice of choosing your state of being consciously. Every moment, you are embodying something: joy or frustration, abundance or lack, love or fear. Most people do this unconsciously, reacting to what life throws at them. But what if you could wake up and choose your state intentionally? What if you could decide that today you will align with confidence, peace, and abundance, no matter what the world looks like outside? This is the essence of putting God first, not as an external ritual, but as an internal reality. You are tuning yourself to the frequency of your highest self, your deepest truth. And when you do, the world responds. People notice, circumstances shift. Opportunities arise without force or struggle. You don't have to push or plead. You simply radiate your aligned state, and life bends around you to match it. This is the secret that the truly successful, joyful, and fulfilled have always known. It's not luck. It's not hard work alone. It's alignment, the quiet power that transforms everything. And the best part, you already have it within you. You only need to awaken to it, nurture it, and live from it consistently. The path to putting God first begins here, with your own conscious alignment. Now that you understand alignment, let's explore the powerful force that makes it all work. The law of resonance. Everything in this universe vibrates. From the tiniest atom to the vastness of galaxies, everything has its own frequency, its own energy signature. And your consciousness, your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are no different. You emit a vibration all the time, whether you realize it or not. You're constantly broadcasting your inner state to the world, and the world responds in kind. This is why when you feel anxious or fearful, you tend to attract more of the same. When you feel grateful and abundant, opportunities and blessings flow your way effortlessly. This is the law of resonance in action. Like attracts like. Your outer reality is simply a reflection of your inner vibration. So if you want to change what you experience, the first step is to change what you're emitting. That means no more dwelling on lack, failure, or limitation. Instead, start tuning your inner state to the frequency of what you want: love, success, health, peace. But it's not just about thinking positive thoughts. True resonance comes from deep feeling and belief. When you feel your desire as if it's already fulfilled, your subconscious mind receives a clear message. It accepts this new vibration as your reality. And then, like a magnet, it draws experiences, people, and opportunities that match that energy to you. This is why feeling is the secret ingredient in creation. It's not enough to want something. You must feel it, live it, breathe it. The more you embody the feeling of your fulfilled desire, the stronger your vibration becomes, and the faster your reality will begin to shift. Remember, you don't have to know how the change will happen. You only need to keep your frequency steady and true. Trust that the universe, your creative consciousness, will do the rest. The moment you put God first, by choosing your highest alignment and living from that place of faith and feeling, you become a powerful creator. No longer a passive receiver of circumstances, but an active shaper of your destiny. Now, let's bring it all together, the path of conscious creation. This is the journey from being unaware and reactive to becoming fully aware and intentional in every moment. Putting God first means putting your inner alignment first, your true self, your creative power. It's about fidelity to your chosen state of being, not just once in a while, but as a lifestyle, a daily practice. You don't need to struggle or force anything. You simply stand firm in the truth of your inner reality. You refuse to let outside circumstances dictate how you feel or who you believe yourself to be. You become the calm center in the storm, the steady force that shapes everything around it. And here's the beautiful secret: when you live like this, the world naturally rearranges itself around your inner state. Doors open, people show up, opportunities flow, not by chance, but by the universal law that what you are conscious of being, you become. This is the ultimate power of putting God first. It is the power to consciously create your life from the inside out. So start today. Begin to watch your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with new awareness. Choose to align with love, abundance, peace, and joy. Assume your desires are already yours and live from that end. Trust that your inner creative power is always working for you. And watch how your world transforms in response. If this message resonated with you, hit that like button to affirm your own power of creation. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a video that helps you raise your vibration and manifest a better life. Comment below, what is one powerful I am statement you will start living by today? Your words have power. Share them and step into your highest self right now. Remember, the creative universe is waiting for you to put God first, your divine awareness first, and step into the life you were always meant to live.